Hello and welcome back everyone to another tutorial on Tableau. This series of videos will help you take your skills from beginner to expert level in Tableau. Do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are the first one to know whenever I upload any new video. In today's session we will see how to create rounded bar chart in Tableau. Here you will observe that the edges of these bars are rounded instead of sharp edges, and also you will observe that I have added these white circles at the end of each of the bar. If you're bored of using the regular bar chart, then you can make use of this rounded bar chart to make your dashboard look attractive to the user. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump to Tableau and see how to create a rounded bar chart. First, we will create a bar chart. So drag subcategory to row shelf, then drag sales to the column shelf. Let's change the fit to entire view. Arrange these bars in descending order. Now to create the rounded edges of these bars, write down in the column shelf int 0 and drag this field to the sales axis to create a blended axis chart. Blended axis chart is that where we can compare multiple measures on the same axis. Now from the marks type, select line. Now drag measure names to path. Just increase the size of these lines. So you will observe that the edges of these bars are now rounded. Now let's add labels to these bars. So go to label and click on show mark labels. Here you will observe that we are getting labels at both the ends of the line, but we want the labels only at the start of the line. So go to label and here click on line ends and uncheck label end of line. So we are telling Tableau to show the labels only at the start of the line. Here we are seeing labels only at the start of the line. Now to decrease the distance between the header and the bars so that these bars are closer to the header, we will have to edit the axis. So right click on axis, click on edit axis. Here we will go to fixed, then here we can reduce the value. This is currently 19,000. So let's change it to 15,000. You will observe that the bars have moved a little bit closer to the header. Let's do it 12,000. So you can adjust the axis according to your requirement. Also, you will observe that the label is not clearly visible at the start of the line. For that also we can edit the axis here. This is currently 349,000. Let's try to change it to 350,000. Let's do it 351,000. Yes, 355,000 looks good. Now we can clearly see the labels. So in this way you can edit the axis according to your requirement. Now let's hide the axis. Right click, uncheck show header. Now remove these grid lines. Right click, click on format, go to lines, select none for the zero lines, then go to columns, select none for the grid lines, and select none for these axis stick and axis rulers. Can still see this grid line, so go to rows. From here select none for the axis rulers. Now all the grid lines are removed. Let's hide this subcategory field label. Right click and click on hide field label for row. Let's edit the tooltip. We don't want to see this int0 field in the tooltip. We only want to see this sales field. So drag sales to the tooltip. Click on tooltip and remove this measure names field from here. Click on OK. Now the bar chart looks good. You can also give same color to these labels as the color of these bars. For that, go to label, then under font drop down, click on match mark color. You can click on bold. So now you will observe that the color of these labels matches with the color of these bars. So in this way, you can create bar chart with rounded edges. Also, these rounded bar charts make your dashboard look attractive. Let's see another variation of this rounded bar chart. What we can do is we can add these small circles at the end of each of the bar to make this rounded bar chart more attractive to the user. So for that, drag sales to the column shelf. We will make use of dual axis. So click on the drop down, click on dual axis. Let's synchronize both the axes. Right click and click on synchronize axis. Now for this sum of sales, we will change the mark type to circle. Decrease the size of the circle. Now next step is we will change the color of these circles to white. So here you will see that we have added these small circles at the end of each of the bar. Let's hide the header. Right click and uncheck show header. So these are the two ways in which we can create rounded bar chart in Tableau. If you are bored of using the regular bar chart, you can make use of this rounded bar chart to make your dashboard look attractive to the user. This was all that I had to cover in this session. I have added the link of this workbook in the description below. Do not forget to click on the thumbs up button if you like this session. See you in the next tutorial.